Welcome back, everyone. Sad news coming out of the technology world this week. We learned that Samsung Electronics co-CEO Han Jong-Hee passed away on Tuesday. He was only 63. The cause was a sudden heart attack. Mr. Han had a long and impactful career at Samsung, almost 40 years of really a significant tenure at the South Korean tech giant. Starting in 2021, he was responsible for overseeing Samsung's consumer electronics business. Then a year later, in 2022, the digital appliance operations were also added to his portfolio. And he also served on the board. Before taking on those leadership roles, Mr. Han was in charge of Samsung's Visual Display Division, and that's where he really first made his mark. Jun Young-Hyun, the co-CEO who oversaw the semiconductor business, has been named the sole CEO of Samsung Electronics following Han's passing. The company made that announcement this past Tuesday. So let's take a few minutes and look back at Mr. Han's remarkable career. He first joined Samsung back in 1988, and that's notable because it was just shortly after the death of the company's founder, Lee Byung-chul. Before his long career at Samsung, he earned an electrical engineering degree from Inhoon University. 1988, that was kind of a pivotal year for Samsung. Under the new leadership that followed the founder, the company really navigated a period of rapid technological advancement, especially throughout the 1990s and 2000s. And during that time, we saw Samsung become a real powerhouse, first in the market for flat-screen displays, and then, of course, most notably with mobile phones. Samsung's success is really intertwined with the economic rise of South Korea. It's the biggest and by far the most successful of Bitapple, the family-controlled conglomerates that turned South Korea into the global export powerhouse that it is today. In fact, Samsung Electronics alone accounts for a significant chunk of the nation's total exports. And globally, Samsung is a top brand, especially in the super competitive smartphone market, where it goes head-to-head with Apple and Xiaomi. The company is also the world's largest maker of memory chips, which are, of course, essential components in all kinds of technology that we use every day, from electric vehicles and smartwatches to the advanced AI servers that are really driving so much innovation. Mr. Han was really instrumental in the success of Samsung's television business. He's widely credited with being a driving force in making Samsung's TV division the global leader. In particular, he was key in the development and rollout of LED TVs. That technology, along with other innovations that he helped bring to the market, really solidified Samsung's reputation for technological prowess in the visual display arena. A big part of this career was really spent in these TV-related divisions. But even with all of its success, Samsung has faced some challenges in recent years. Its logic semiconductor business, the one focused on chip design rather than manufacturing, is behind the industry leader, Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company TSMC. In terms of how fast they can ramp up production of the most advanced chips and also in landing those big contracts with key clients. Also weak in the memory chip sector, which is where Samsung has traditionally dominated, analysts are seeing a shift in the HBM market. High bandwidth memory chips. Those are critical components in those high-performance graphic processing units that are used in artificial intelligence and other demanding computing applications. In those specific area, it looks like South Korean rival Hynix has gained an edge, and some point to that as one of the reasons for the recent decline in Samsung's stock price. In fact, just last week, Mr. Han addressed these challenges head-on at the company's annual investor meeting. He apologized for the stock performance, and he warned that 2025 is going to be a tough year, pointing to uncertainty in the economic policies of major world economies. But despite those challenges, he also outlined an aggressive approach to growth going forward, saying that Samsung would be pursuing, quote, meaningful mergers and acquisitions this year to boost the company's expansion. He admitted that it would be difficult, particularly in the semiconductor sector, because of all the regulatory hurdles and national interests involved. But he said the company was committed to making real progress. Han Jong-Hee is survived by his wife and 3 children. The funeral will be held Thursday at the Funeral Hall of Samsung Seoul Hospital. The passing of such a long-serving leader as Mr. Han makes us think about the deep and lasting impact a single person can have on a major global company, especially when it comes to periods of both growth and challenge in a fast-paced and competitive industry. If you found this informative, please consider liking and subscribing, and thank you for being here with us.